Hello everyone, this is Jonathan here from Unity Game Programming for Beginners, Wild Cockatiel Games, and welcome to the second developer update for Portaball. This is a fun casual game that will be available on Android and iOS. Bounce the ball around the screen, collect gems, and in this video what I'm going to be doing is going over some of these ball upgrades, because the whole point of this game is that you can upgrade anything in it. So the ball, the portals, the crates, the gems, the asteroids, and there will be score upgrades too, which I haven't programmed in yet. But for now, let's just take a look at what some of these ball upgrades can do. So the first one here, it adds a gravity field to the ball to suck in nearby gems. And actually what we'll just quickly do is show you what the game looks like if you don't have any upgrades equipped. So you have a ball bouncing around the screen, it's an average size, and it doesn't have any special attributes, it just bounces around the screen. Okay, so let's go take a look. If we attach this gravity upgrade, it's gonna, well, as I said, it's gonna put a gravity well on the ball. Also, if we attach the big upgrade, straightforward explanation, it's gonna make the ball bigger. And double, it's also kind of straightforward, it adds a second ball to the game. The bigger ball also increases the weight of the ball, and this will come into play with asteroids, which will appear in the game. Next, let's attach this fast ball upgrade, which just increases the speed the ball goes at. And it doesn't make sense to attach the slow upgrade, because that will just cancel the fast upgrade out. You can have them both attached at a time, but there's absolutely no good reason to do so. And finally, this gems upgrade is kind of cool. If the ball hits another ball or an asteroid, there's a 50% chance that a gem will spawn nearby. So this is great to use with the double ball add-on. Now you can only have 5 upgrades equipped at a time, and that's 5 upgrades across all categories. So you can really customize your playstyle, but you have to think carefully about what you want to equip at the same time, and you will have to unlock these as well. So let's take a look now at what a game looks like with these 5 upgrades equipped. So we now have 2 big balls on the screen here. They each have a gravity well attached, which you can see there's particles that are sucking in nearby gems, and as the ball goes closer, they kind of get sucked towards it, and if they just skims by the upper lower boundaries or left or right boundaries, the gems might not actually go towards the ball, but they might go flying off somewhere else. So, but as you can see, all of a sudden it becomes a lot easier to collect gems, and if the ball is hitting, well, if the ball's hitting another ball or it's hitting an asteroid, you're going to see sometimes there's a white light, like there, and the gem spawns. It's a 50% chance of that happening. And you're saying as well, if it's hitting the asteroid, it's slightly bumping the asteroid in a different direction because of the increased weight. So it can do that with this lower weight too, but it's doing it more when the ball gets bigger. So let's go back and attach some other upgrades instead. So as I said, I can only have 5 attached at a time. Now, let's take off this, let's take off the big one. So the clone one is interesting. Whenever the ball collects a gem, there's a 25% chance that a smaller ball clone may appear, and this chance is reduced by 5% for every other ball upgrade equipped. Each clone lasts for 5 seconds, max 3 clones at a time. So basically, if I have this upgrade on with 4 other ball upgrades, there's only going to be a 5% chance that a ball clone is going to appear. So let's take some of these other upgrades off at the same time, just so you'll see they'll happen a little more often. And the reason I have this in is because, honestly, it's quite powerful, and if you have more ball upgrades, you're going to be collecting more gems, and there's going to be more chance for ball clones to be spawning, and it's just a little too powerful. So this was a decision I made to decrease the chance of a clone ball spawning if you have extra upgrades attached. So here we go. There we go. There's a ball clone that's just spawned. So that's kind of cool. And after 5 seconds, it disappears. So if you're getting more gems, oh, here we go, 2 ball clones. So now we have 4 balls bouncing around the screen, and you can see they're just picking up all the gems. And there goes 1, 2, and here goes the 3rd one. So that's pretty neat. What else do we have? Well, what about this shockwave? When the ball or one of its clones explodes, it will release a shockwave that collects nearby gems. Gems collected this way will be earned at the score multiplier's value by 3 times for ball clones and 5 times for the ball. And let's also put on this other one here, Endgame. For the last 20% of the game, the ball will gain the gravity, big, fast, and gems upgrades. If any of these upgrades are already equipped, they will become more effective. If slow is equipped, the ball will become slower instead. So basically, if you have the slow upgrade equipped, the ball will become even slower. So this is going to increase the effectiveness of some of these other upgrades. So, for instance, if I put Endgame on, and then I have gems equipped as well, it's not going to say this here, but when you get into that last 20% of the gameplay, there's going to be 100% chance of spawning a gem if the ball collides with another ball or with an asteroid. So let's take clone off and put double on just so we can get that extra benefit. So I want the last upgrade in every category to kind of feel more powerful, but the trade-off is going to be that you're going to get the most value out of it, or maybe in some cases you're only going to get value out of it if you have some other upgrades from that category equipped. So as you see, you're going to get some of these extra upgrades equipped when the timing comes down to 12 seconds, and some of those are going to be more powerful. So we have fast equipped right now, I think. And we have the gem one equipped. So if the balls are hitting each other, we're going to have a 50% chance of spawning a gem. When it gets to that 12-second mark, you're going to see that these other upgrades are going to become equipped as well. So there we go, just spawned a gem. There we go, almost at 12 seconds. And obviously, if you're in a longer game, this is going to kick in a bit. Well, it still is going to be at the 20% mark, but that's going to happen sooner. You're going to have more time in the clock. So look how fast it's moving now. And we have the big balls, we have the gravity, and that just makes that last few seconds of gameplay really powerful. Let's see. And there we go. There's a shockwave, and it explodes and collects more gems for us. So that's pretty neat. Now, let's just go back here and take a look. Why would we even use this slow upgrade? Let's just think about it. It's on its own. It's not going to be that good. However, where it might come into play is if you are really trying to play. If you want more control over the ball, that's where it's going to come in useful. So, for instance, let's equip some of these portal upgrades. This one makes the portals appear faster, and this one gives us extra control over the portals. And I just realized I haven't even been making any portals in this video because I've been so busy chatting. But now, if we have a slower ball on, and I make some portals, it's going to give me that extra control and that extra chance of actually catching the balls and deciding where they're going to go. Now, it's still a little hard to do, especially when I'm talking at the same time, but you can see if you want to have a more active playstyle, slowing the ball down is actually going to give you a greater chance to do things like hit crates when they appear. So it just really comes down to your own personal preference and choice of what you're going to do. But having the slower ball is going to make that a little bit easier in those circumstances. So that's what some of these ball upgrades are going to do, and obviously there's a lot more you can do with this game. You can combine some of these ball upgrades with other upgrades. For instance, some of these asteroid upgrades, when two asteroids collide, they both explode into gems. Or this one here, if the ball hits an asteroid 10 times, the asteroid will explode into gems. So this is where upgrading the ball is really going to come in useful. If you destroy asteroids, you're going to get a whole bunch of gems out of them, but it's going to be hard to do that if you don't have those ball upgrades equipped at the same time. So that is it for this developer update. Thank you for watching. I will put a link under the video description, so if you want to be notified when this game goes live, sign up on that list, and I will send you an email. And also, as this game gets further along, I'll probably be looking to have some people help me test it as well. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, drop a comment on the video, send me an email, and let me know that you're interested in possibly being a beta tester. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.